Good evening, all. I had to unmute the mic. Apparently, Ted could hear me breathing. Breathing nervously, I may add. Never get used to this live stream thing. Anyway, how you all doing? Hope you had a nice weekend. I had a very lazy weekend myself. Did absolutely nothing, but it was fun. So I'm going to wait for about 15 minutes, let people gather. We only have 10 people in. Wow. Hello, Wheezy. My goodness. One day you guys will make it back over to Canada. Can't wait. This is kind of late for you guys. What's that, 1 in the morning? Well, thanks for staying up. Daz 2. My goodness, that's 2 of the 11 in one house. Thank you. And Bill K. Bill K, I may require your assistance if we get any of those dodgy chat folks in. You know what I'm talking about. So what am I doing? Hiding from the cold mostly. It's getting pretty cold out there. I mean, it's not like snowing yet, but it's pretty chilly. If you saw my mini video, you could probably tell in my voice. I was shivering as I was talking, and I was inside the car. Just need to get used to it, right? I see Ted was on a 16-hour road trip to Pennsylvania. That sounds like fun. My dear wife has just joined the chat, so she can moderate. Thank you very much. So what are we doing tonight? Sunday roast? Well, the first of many, possibly, because there's a lot of cars out there I'm sure we'd all love to roast. So I've picked a few. Some of them are not going to be roasted. Some of them are going to be toasted. But it's up to you to decide. And if you decide that something needs roasted and I think it needs toasted, no problem. I'll just boot you out the chat. No problem. Just kidding. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, even if they're wrong. I think I got that from you, Daz. So who else we got? Kevin has made it in time. Thank you, Kevin, for joining us. Gary Collins. William Bueller, Solar Garage. He's making some great videos. You should check him out. Wheezy, Bill K, Daz, I already said all that. Ted, of course. And Joe Doucette, or is it Douchette? And that's all we've got, or that's all we've got willing to say hello. If anyone else wants to say hello, you are more than welcome to leave a little comment. But I think that's everyone. I think that's 10 of you. In fact, I think that's more than 10. Oh, some people have left already. Okay, what are we doing? Oh yeah, I already explained what we're doing. Right, I got another one of these call-out video requests. This one from Glenn, NZ Mopar, who is probably here. He may join if he's not, but hello Terry, thanks for joining. Glenn's latest call-out video is to make a video about my worst car that I've ever worked on, ever seen. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not really up for these call-out videos, to be honest. Kind of like chain letters. I don't do them either. But if one came to mind, the worst car, it was actually a truck. It was a Ford cargo van. I was working in a little delivery job, and I was employed as a gas pressure relief assistant. The old Ford cargo vans had air brakes at the rear. Don't think they had them at the front, but anyway, they had these massive gas air tanks on either side, and they had a pressure release valve that would, let out air after a certain pressure, but they didn't work. So I was employed to sit in the passenger seat with 2 bits of string, and when the driver said left or right, that meant that the pressure was getting too high on either the left or the right, and I'd have to yank the string and release the pressure out. It was ridiculous. But hey, money's money. So that's probably the worst. Well, maybe not the worst, but certainly most dangerous. Anyway, that was fun. So that was going to be one of my previous professions, egg delivery. But I'm not going to include that one. Don't worry, there's still plenty more I can add. So who just joined there? I said hello to Terry, yes. Oh, there goes Daz with his awesome humour. You guys, I really miss you. You need to get over here. Yes, I gave relief. Gas pressure relief assistant. Golly, there are a bunch of ducks in there. Yes, there are. So I still got a lot to do on Bugsy. I took him out for the drive. You probably saw that the other day. And there's definitely a bit of noise coming from the floor. I.e. something's hitting the floor from the underside. I think it must be suspension related, so I need to get underneath and see what's going on there. Job for another day when it's a bit warmer. Anyway, hope you've all got your refreshments ready. The game is about to begin. Wow. Some of these comments are just disgraceful. I don't get that one, Ted. I'm sure it'll come to me. Hold on, I've got 2 little error messages. I'd like to see what's going on. I've got some skipped frames detected. Well, let me know if it's running okay. If I need more light, I've got plenty of light. Hey, what do you think? It's Christmas. I made that tree just for you guys. I hope you like it. And also, you see that? Who knows what that is? Let's see who's been paying attention. Okay, thanks, Ted. Thanks for that clarification. Larry made it tonight. Hello, Larry. Nice of you to drop by. Thought it was your bedtime already, but hey. Anyway, do you like this? Okay, if you didn't know, if you didn't see the video, this was sent to me by Steve in Australia. Hand-drawn picture of my car. Well, it's not exactly my car because as you can see, it's got bumpers. But pretty close to it. Anyway, pencil drawing sent all the way from Australia. Thank you very much, Steve, if you're watching. And if you're not, thank you anyway. Really appreciate it. So I nipped round to good old Wally World and picked up a nice frame for it. Do it a bit of justice, right? Okay, well, Larry, I'll try not to keep you tonight. This shouldn't take too long. Well, it depends how much we have to discuss about these little specimens I'm about to show. Also, my friends in Scotland, Wheezy and Daz, it's like 1 in the morning, so either they're not working tomorrow or they're just mad, because it's pretty late. It's like 1 in the morning in the UK. Oh, really, Terry? Oh, I need to come visit all these people in Brantford. I mean, it's only 25 minutes away. It's the right thing to do. Any excuse for a drive, right? Terrific. That's awful. Awful. Excellent. That's nice. Is it a holiday or is it just because you fancy taking the day off? I'm pretty sure you didn't specifically take the day off so you could watch this stupid stream. Right, I don't have anything else to talk about at the moment. I'll talk about stuff when I remember it later. I think we'll get on with the roast. So here's the deal. I'm going to present to you a collection of automotive creations. Now, I know very little about these cars, so feel free to let me know what they are if I don't know, and where they came from. And we're going to decide if we're going to roast them or we're going to toast them. If we roast them, you'll see what happens when we roast them. And at the very end, I'm going to choose my personal favourite, and you got to try and guess which my personal favourite is. So, since we're all here, oh my goodness, 11 people, that's ridiculous. Where is everyone? Did no one get the email? Or notification? Ah well, tough. I'm not going to hang about forever. Right, let's begin. With the Sunday roast. Look at me, I'm up here now. Isn't that nice? Okay, let's start with the first. Are you all ready? Are you all ready? You got your drinks? You got your coffee? I'll take you up on that offer, Terry. Okay, let's begin. Okay, this is a pretty well-known European car, which you might not see in North America at all. But it gets ridiculed wherever it goes. But here's the scary thing. If you're a Ram owner, this is a Fiat Multipla. And you know, Fiat actually own Ram now, so, or at least they've got something to do with owning Chrysler, so be careful what you say, because your new Ram could look like that. So, we're going to roast this or we're going to toast this. This is far too easy. Oh, I've got one roast from my wife. I will just tell you a bit more about it while you're deciding to roast it or toast it. This is a 6-seater people mover, as we called it over there. 3 seats in the front, 3 seats in the back, and almost no trunk space. Total disaster. Ugly as hell. Front wheel drive. Small engine. Horrible colour. It's got nothing going for it, but it's still sold because people like the extra seats. That's the only thing going for it, to be honest. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, Ram Multipla, Gary, that would be just awful. Ugh. Okay, I think we're all ready to roast. Roasting? Yeah, that's a roast. Well-deserved roasting. Okay, we shall swiftly move on to the next one. Hopefully it won't be quite so ugly. This is just as ugly. In my opinion. Now, you see that badge in the front? I'm pretty sure that says Lamborghini. I mean, what were they thinking? It's just, personally, I think that's just too much. It's just too much. It's not even a nice caricature of a car as far as I'm concerned. Anyone know what it's called? As I say, I'm pretty sure it's a Lamborghini because of the badge, but what is it? Yeah, it kind of looks like a Transformer, but not even a nice looking one. Okay, we've got a note from Gary. Everyone else deciding. It kind of looks like a bad concept car. You know, in fact, you know what? It looks like a kit car that's trying to be a Lamborghini. That's how bad I think it looks. I don't think it's a Huracan. It's got far too much plastic or fiberglass attached to it. Yeah, a Crapini, that's a good one for it. Oh, I've got to roast it from William. Hey, what's wrong with white? Oh yeah, Kevin doesn't like white cars for some reason. It's definitely not a Koenigsegg, it's a Lambo. Koenigsegg's are nice. Well, I like them. Oh, we've got another roast it. Ted Sutton Car Masters. Is it a factory model, or has it been modified to look that bad? Because I've seen it a few times in different colours, so I don't know. Okay, I'm not getting any toasts, toasts, so it's getting roasted. Goodbye. Okay, moving on. Please be a nice one, please be a nice one, please be a nice one. Alright, I'm not going to say a word. Well, maybe you don't know what it is. I know what it is straight away, but I'm not going to tell you what I think of it. You choose. Ted is suggesting that last one was a kit car. Maybe it is. Regardless, it was still roasted because it was horrible. Come on, someone tell me what this is. Yes, Bill. Yes, Bill. It's a Bentley. But even with the horrible paint job, this Bentley has never done anything for me. As soon as they brought it out, I thought, that's a disgrace to the Bentley name. Never liked it. It's supposed to be a great car and everything, but kind of just looks like a New York taxi cab at the moment. I much prefer the 5 Series BMW behind it. By a lot. Right, what have we got? Bentley but lousy money does not equal taste. Bentley. Yeah, but you're not saying if you want it roasted or toasted. Come on, roast or toast. Oh, my wife likes the Bentley. Hey, is my mic too loud? Am I too close to it? Is it distorting? I'm getting a little red bar coming up. I'm going to turn it down a bit because I can't wait for your answers. Right, we've got roast. Yeah, we're getting roasted. Okay. Sorry, Bentley. Not cutting it tonight. Okay, moving on. Not got any toasts yet. This is a shame. Okay. This is an interesting one. When I first saw a glimpse of this, I thought, oh, it's a Cybertruck. But it's not. If you look at the front, it's actually an Audi. Now, they never put this into production, but it looks surprisingly like the Volkswagen Scirocco of the 80s, 90s. I can't remember when that Scirocco came out. But doesn't it look just like a Cybertruck at the side? Yeah, it does. I think we're right. I think it is almost a Scirocco, but it's got a bonnet scoop. It's got... That's about it, really. There's... The only thing that looks familiar is the fact it looks like a Cybertruck. Elon Musk. I think he's been looking up old Audis. Yeah, but he'll say, is it fugly? Or is it just a bit out there? Needs to fix his wipers from stopping in the middle of the screen, I noticed that. Right, Bill reckons a 71 concept car. Well, he must know it is because he specifically said 1971. Oh, Larry wants to roast it. Oh. Oh dear, we're getting... oh no. Come on, we need some toasts. I like this. You imagine seeing that driving down the road today? Well, everyone would just think it's another Tesla, but hey, I think it's cool. It's sitting a wee bit high though. So, the other thing that it reminds me of is the DeLorean. I think DeLorean and Elon Musk stole their ideas for their cars, but hey. Oh, I've got a toast from Kevin, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, Gary, that's what I was saying. I reckon it needs to be loading. It would be just fine. But not enough. Not enough to get a toast, I'm afraid. It's another roast. What a shame. Okay. Fingers crossed the next one's not going to be awful. And it is. The only thing I don't like about this one is the stupid grille at the front. It's too straight up and down, it's too angular, it's too big. I like the headlights, but that grille just ruins it for me. I like the colour as well. So it's kind of borderline for me, but I don't think I like this one. Oh, Gary's okay-ish. He could go either way in this one. Well, Ted likes the grill. Interesting. Sorry, Dad. Should have told you to wear blinkers. I don't hate it. I just don't like the grill. It's just too big. Or too high, or I don't know. Let's see. This best is toast. Yeah, well, it says BMW on the front. Have you not seen the scandal with the whole BMW grills getting bigger? Not so much scandal, but people are making little memes, and the grill is becoming just the car is becoming just the grill with four wheels. That's the joke. Which is a shame because I generally love BMWs, but I don't think so for this one. Yeah, Walrus. Hey, where are we? Are we? I'm trying to see if we're roasting this or toasting it. Surprisingly, not that many people want to roast. No, I've got 3 roasts, 4 roasts, 5. If the other 10 people in the chat would actually in the room would actually contribute, we would get a better idea. Nah, we're getting roasted. We're getting roasted. I really wish I had kept note of everything I've got in this little slideshow, because I can't remember what's next, so I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I guess we'll find out in a second. Okay, I have no idea what this is. I think it's a... I can't even tell if it's a 3-wheeler or a 4-wheeler. I mean, why would it have fenders at the front if it was a 3-wheeler? It's a 2-seater. Apparently it's a UFO, according to the front. Anyone know what this is? It kind of looks like a budget Bond car. I have no idea. It's hard to tell even if it's British or Australian, because it is right-hand drive, but that sort of reddish car behind it doesn't look like anything I reckon. Oh, wait a minute, that's a British number plate, right? Okay, so it's British. The black car is maybe a Anglia or a Ford Pop or something. Roast, oh dear. What have we got? Roast the yellow marshmallow. I really hope it's not a Lotus 7 kit, Ailsie. No one knows what it is. Right, my wife seems to know a lot about this. I'm not quite sure how. She must be Googling it as we're going. You're not allowed to do that, it's cheating. Daz, they're freely available on the interwebs. No problem at all. I'm not getting a lot of toasts or roasts here. Come on, toast or roast? No, I don't think it is a mistake, Joe. I think someone did this on purpose, unfortunately. I think I'm actually seeing more toasts than... oh no, there's another roast. Oh, it was almost a toast. I don't see how you're seeing a Locust 7 out of that, Ailsie, at all. And that's... You got new glasses recently as well. Sorry, we're getting roasted, I'm sorry. Yeah, for the roasting. What a shame. Moving on. Right, I've got a feeling Daz and Louisa might know this car. Possibly, because they've travelled, they've been to the Far East. And I think that's where this came from. Pretty sure it's either Chinese or Japanese or Korean. And from the looks of it, it's a bit of a Micra rip-off. I don't see any badging on it at all. It looks like it's a 4-seater, but I don't imagine there's a lot of room for the back passengers. Wow, everyone's stunned into silence. Oh, right enough. Ted knows his Korean cars. Okay, yeah, I agree, David. I think it's Chinese, but I don't know what it is. I kind of specifically didn't look them all up to make it too easy. So we're all in the same game here. Hey, it's got those little rain guards at the top of the windows. They're always good. But it does lead me to believe that it was popular in Japan because everyone seems to smoke in Japan, and they've all got those little rain gutters, whatever they're called. Oh, right. So Daz reckons it's a Daihatsu. Do you see those high quality trunk hinges? I mean, that took a lot of engineering to plonk a couple of hinges over the top of the bodywork. That's cheap. That's why I think it's Chinese, but hey. Larry says roast it. Twice. Ted says roast it. Gary says roast it. Looks like it's getting roasted. Interesting. Hello, Glenn. Thanks for joining. You reckon you might have seen one in Australia or New Zealand? That's why I think it's Chinese or Japanese. Certainly not European. It's right-hand drive. It's right-hand drive. I can see the steering wheel, which means it is Japanese, right? Narrowing this down. I'll talk about that later, David, if you're still here. I've got a lot to do in the Lotus 7 project. It's just cold. It's just cold out in that garage, and I'm struggling to get enough clothes. No, I need a heater. But anyway, we'll talk about that later if you're still here. Okay, I'm afraid this is getting roasted. Sorry. I must have something good in this pile of crap. Possibly not, though. Okay. Hands up if you know what this is. And I do see that Santa's getting a lift to the North Pole in it. I don't think that's a hint, but that definitely looks like Santa in there. Excuse me. Sorry, Bill, but I don't care enough to look it up. I'll find out later and post it in the comments. But this one, everyone in Britain will know what this is. I think you might even have got these in Australia. Gary, stop roasting so quickly. Kevin's giving it a toast. Thank you. Interesting. Right, so Austin Allegro. And there was a gazillion of these on the streets when I was very young. Excuse me. Really popular. 4-door hatchback. No, not a hatchback, sorry. 4-door... I don't know what you call it if it's not a hatchback or a coupe. Anyway, it's a 4-door car. Really popular, really cheap. And it was famous because everyone who was doing a kit car wanted the rear differential from it for some weird reason. I think it was just easy to get, easy to work on. That's the only good thing about them, as far as I'm concerned, was the rear diff. Maybe that's why Kevin liked it, because he knew that. Possibly. Is it ugly? I think the front end looks a tiny little bit like a Valiant Charger. Correct me if I'm wrong, Glenn, but can you not see Valiant Charger at the front of that? It's an Australian, New Zealand sporty car, by the way. Sedan, thank you, Kevin. Oh, I think we're getting close to toasting one. Yeah, we're getting toasted. Okay, excellent. We're finally getting a toast. Well done. We'll find one that's not completely disgusting. can finally move on. Excuse me. Thank you, David. Okay, what's next? Oh, sorry. Oh, I have no idea what this is. I don't even know if it's real. I don't know what's with all the machine guns at the front. It is left-hand drive, so it's... I have no idea. Really. Yeah, it's pretty bad, right? Hey, it might be a... Nah, I was going to say it might be a sort of boat car, and what do you call it? Amphibious vehicle, but the doors look as if they go all the way down, so I think water would get in, so I don't think it's amphibious. Although it kind of looks like a frog. But I don't even think I need to put this to vote. This is pretty bad, right? Yeah, it's pretty nasty. And it wasn't even that hard to find. There's a lot of really nasty cars out there. Gary, you've got a very strange sense of taste. Hey, it's got a single wiper, so that makes it racy. It looks like it's got split front door windows, so possibly they slide down in the middle or they flip out. It's very strange. It's nasty. Right, okay, roast or toast? I'm getting a roast from my wife, roast from William. Nah, that's getting roasted. You'd have to be insane to like that. Come on. Okay. That was a bad one. I do apologise. I had to put it in there though. It's a bad one. Okay, this is controversial, right? I do believe this is an Edzo. Would I be right? And I think it was always controversial because of the weird up and down grill thing. I'm not sure. This is going to be a 50-50 in this one if you're going to roast it or toast it. Right, so Gary says it's an Edzo. Hey, I got one right. I'm getting better at this American car thing. They were trying something different. It obviously didn't. It wasn't a huge success because you don't really see them after this, or at least not that whole grill shape. Oh, need to be careful. David Soloway's got an Edzo, so I may have to just toast it just to keep a subscriber. To be honest, I don't hate it. I just thought I would put it in the list, let people choose, because there's people who have never seen these cars, like my friends in Scotland and anyone that's in Europe. They won't see this. I've seen them at car shows. They're okay. I don't love them. I don't hate them. So far we've got 2 toasts, well, presumably 3, with David. Gary. Is that 4 toasts? Oh, Kevin doesn't like it. And it had a push button transmission apparently. Right, we're kind of 50-50 on the roast or toast. Come on, I need a definitive, and I need another couple of roasts or toasts to choose. Oh, this is going to be painful if I hit the roast button here. Tell you what, if I get one more toast, then I won't roast it. Yay! We're giving that a toast. Well done, Edzo. You survived. Moving on. Okay, I don't know what this one is. It looks like an amalgamation of a Lamborghini, McLaren, Mercedes, and a fish. No idea. Anyone? It says something on the plate, but it's in such fancy writing I can't read it. Okay, so Daz says it's an Oraka, Japanese, so it's a rip-off of everything like I just said, yeah? Okay, Gary doesn't like it. Catfish, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hey, is it electric? Or is it just a stolen BMW V8 or something? Or V10? Yeah, you know your fish in this on this channel. Thank you very much. Yeah, so far it's getting roasted. Where's my coffee? Oh, still got some left. Looks like we're roasting. We're roasting the catfish, bass, kipper. What else do we call it? Roast. Yeah, let's get this thing off my computer screen. Just nasty. Okay. I'll wait. So I know someone that's definitely going to toast this one. Daz, I'm looking at you. Oh, wait a minute, I could be wrong. Because I don't think Daz... This one doesn't have the 3-spoke wheels, so it doesn't have that going against it. Yeah, I thought Daz would like this one. Gary thinks it's okay, I guess. You know what? They took a big gamble making this car back in the... When was it? 90s? I think they did pretty good considering. They had all the stupid restrictions, you know, for the bumper thing. They had to put those big plastic triangles, I know that. They had to follow all the rules. And I think they did an okay job, to be honest. I think it looks pretty good. I've never driven one, David. I'm kind of jealous if you have. But you know what? They look really nice in the flesh. I've seen the purple one, I've seen a red one, I've seen the bright yellow one. They're pretty nice. For what they are, I think they did a bang-up job. Oh, interesting. Kevin, what did power them then? I just presumed they would have a V8, but apparently not. What did they have? A V6. Why on earth? I mean, nothing against V6s, but if you go to all that effort, you'd think you would at least put a V8 in it. What a shame. Guess they were just trying to make it as light as possible. Or maybe it was another emissions nonsense thing that they had to follow. Oh wow, Daz reckons it was a 2.4. A 2.4 V6. Wow. Well, I wouldn't know, Henry, because I've never driven a Prowler. But I kind of know what my car should drive like, because I did drive one in England many years ago, so I've got a good idea of what it should feel like, but obviously we're a long way off. Right, I think... Well, Bill used to live down there, that's nice. Looks really nice down there. Although not a lot of trees or life, so it's maybe a wee bit too hot even for me. Anyway, I think that's a resounding... Okay, we are probably going to be back to ugly yuck after this. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Why is this even on the list? Not everyone is a Porsche fan, believe it or not. I mean, I'm obviously a Porsche fan, and I'm also slouching lower and lower in my chair. Sorry. So, who does not like Porsches, or at least the 911 style of Porsche? Hands up. Who doesn't like Porsches? And my next question is going to be, who has driven a 911? I have, albeit quite an old one. It's only a Porsche if you're a Ponce. If you are German, fine, you can say Porsche. But if you're just British or American, it's just a Porsche. Come on, who you try to kid? If you're going to say Porsche, you better start saying coupe. That's the deal. Yeah, I was also right. Daz was saying he was in Rich Dave's GT2. I was also in Rich Dave's GT2 round Knockhill, and it is the fastest car I've ever been in my life. We were, I think, that was the same time that I was there. Daz, there was a Porsche track day, a Porsche owners track day at Knockhill, and Dave was taking everyone out, and this GT2 that he had, it just passed them like they were standing still. It was insanely fast. But the one I drove was actually owned by a friend called Roy. He had a 911T, which was a 1971 Porsche 911 with a 2.8 naturally aspirated engine, and it was still great, even though it was ancient. The brakes were awful. Apart from that, loved it. So, I think we are going... Oh, wait a minute, we're still talking about Porsches. Toast, yeah, I think it's obviously toast. Apparently Bill had a 911 several times. Or maybe someone called 911 on him several times, I'm not sure. Ted had a 69S, interesting. Okay, I like the whaletail, but the 911 GT2 from about 1993-ish, it had the vents at either side of the spoiler at the back, which were actually sucking air in and going down this inside spoiler into the intake or something. That was insane. That was really nice. I like everything about the 911. I think it's great. Yes. Anyway, a resounding toast, even from people that weren't even that bothered about it. Well done, Porsche. Okay, I'll give you something really horrible next, probably. Oh, I have no idea what this is. It looks like it fell off the back of an aeroplane. Anyone know what this is? I will await your responses. I have no idea what this is. Don't worry, I'm still here. Oh yeah, you would have. Okay. Right, Henry reckons it's a Chrysler concept car. It does kind of look like a Thunderbird. Oh, Kevin says it's a Buick. Ooh, got one roast, one toast. Another roast. Hey, you can't just roast it without knowing anything about it. It's obviously taken a lot of design and a lot of thought to make it look that bad. David reckons it's a Buick. Hey Gary, I'll wait for you to come back. Just off you go. Let me know when you're back, okay? This is going to take a bit of time to figure out what it is. I might Google this one if anyone, unless someone knows exactly what it is. Right, Larry reckons it's a Packard concept car. So that's 3 different manufacturers so far, possibly. Toast, toast, roast, pish, roast, toast, toast. Ooh, looks like we might be getting a toast out of this one. Oh no, we're getting roasts. Do you think the whatever that is at the front intake serves any purpose at all, or is it just pure design fail? Because the whole point of having something like that at the front is to simulate a jet engine, but obviously it would have to go right through the passenger area, yeah? So it's purely for looks. Wheels are awful. Skinny steel wheels, skinny tyres. I think it was maybe made for a film that they never made, because they cancelled the whole budget when they saw what they had created for a car. Kind of looks like it might have been a real life version of the Jetsons or something, but nah, it's a fail. Yeah, I think it was a mistake as well. Right, roast, some kind of... it's roasted. Sorry. Okay, let us see what do we have next. This looks like another Lamborghini attempt. I think this would work well in a futuristic movie if it was electric. It doesn't really suit being a petrol-powered vehicle, I don't think. I actually prefer this one over the last Lamborghini that we encountered. But it also looks like it's a single-seater, so maybe it was designed for the track. I don't know. Anyone know what this is? Yeah, Lunar Rover could be right there. Yeah, Lambo Hideous, roast, single seat. Yeah, I think so. I don't actually hate this, to be honest. I think if they'd made it an actual 2-seater, it would probably be okay. But if you take off the front and rear fender area, it just turns into like a little space capsule pod. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of what Formula 1 cars are like at the front, so maybe that was the look they were going for. I don't hate it. Right, what's everyone else like? We have got a roast. Where are you finding these? Took's got to build that. Toast, yay! Concept car, pole vault. Yeah, I don't know how you get... Maybe you get in at the back. Maybe the whole back flips up and you... No, because then how do you get past the seat? No, I think you're right. Pole vault to get in, Elsie. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. 1, you're definitely not first. In fact, you're the opposite of first. Pretty sure you're last. Kevin says, roast this. Roast. Yeah. David Solomon likes it. Roast. Ouch. Aubergines. I would drive it. It's definitely not the worst thing we've seen tonight. Yeah. Yeah, they get little stickers in the front that says no step. Obviously. Why would you step in someone's spoiler? Oh, sorry, we are roasting it. What a shame. It was almost toasted, but no, it failed. Let's see what's next. Okay. Not sure if you get this in North America. This is really actually popular in the UK and everywhere else in the world, to be honest. Nissan Duke. Never liked this because the headlights looked as if they pointed up to the sky. This is actually a nice picture of one, but I just didn't like it. 2-door, 5-seat car. Not quite an off-roader. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was just front-wheel drive. Never liked it. They made a Nismo version of this, believe it or not. I think it was black or white. Daz will know this. I'm sure he's seen some in Japan. Yeah, Daz is saying he actually had one for a year. Oh, goodness. Roast it twice. Oh, right, Ted is saying there are some here. I've never seen one here. Okay. Oh dear, Gary says Nissan puke. Oh my goodness, worse than the Allegro. Oh. Oh my goodness, everyone hates it. Hello, Wasted Talent. You've joined us halfway through the roast or toast game, but there's no losers here. You can join in any time you like. Oh my goodness, you really don't like this car. Oh my goodness. Wow, there's a lot of hate. A lot of hate. I'm starting to feel bad for it now. But no, that one is getting well and truly roasted. Okay, I will relieve your eyes and make them even worse. I do believe this is a Renault Twizy single-seater electric car, I think. What is the point, is my question. Just get a bike. Seriously, just get a bike. In fact, just get a bicycle. Because this thing probably doesn't even go any faster than what your legs can do anyway. I don't even think... Well, it might have a tiny bit of cargo space at the back. But what's the point, honestly? In saying all that, I don't hate it. I think it looks kind of cool. Yeah, William thinks it looks cute. Glenn doesn't like it. Toast. Too small to waste a match. Oh, cruel. Nope, Gary doesn't like it. Wheezy doesn't like it. Kevin doesn't like it. Harry doesn't like it. My wife thinks it's cutely ugly. I think it looks like one of those little drones you get in sci-fi movies that drive around and arrest people automatically. I don't hate it. But I'm not in charge of the roasting or toasting. It's up to you guys. You know what, Daz? I might actually look that up. I'm going to look up F1. It is a Twizy, right? I'm going to look that up and try and find it for the end of the video. See if we can see what that's like. Hey, William likes it. See, William appreciates design. It's got one toast, and I would give it a toast, but... Well, I think it's got 3 toasts, including my wife, but I don't think that's enough. So unfortunately, I think we are... Oh, what a shame. Almost. Moving on. We have got... Right, I'm pretty sure this is the one that Jeremy Clarkson decided to drive through London or wherever it was and drive into his office building with it. Gasoline powered single-seater car that fits in an elevator. You can't really judge this in its looks because it's just a chunk of cheese, right? But there's nothing else to judge it on. It's hideous. Agreed. Wait a minute, who's talking about Renault 5s? Well, yeah, Ted, you be careful. We had a Renault 5 GT Turbo and it was... Actually, no, it was crap. It fell apart. Spoke about that in the last video, I think. Or the last stream. Right, Gary reckons it's a Trident. Although it's got 4 wheels, so I'm not sure why they would call it a Trident if it had 4 wheels. Oh, we've got a toast for the colour. We got another toast from David. A roast from Gary. Wife doesn't like it. Henry doesn't like it. William wants to toast it. P100. Oh, okay. Sorry, Daz. I thought it was the same thing. It looks similar. I thought. Like the cow catchers, the front. Looks like it might be a convertible. That roof looks like it might come off. Yeah, I don't think golfers would be allowed it. It would be allowed it because it's not electric. At least I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Well, thanks for enjoying the show, David. Nah, I don't think it's a Bond bug. Nah, I don't think so. I think it's just... I don't know what it is. We are currently verging on toasting this, so if anyone does not like this, you need to let me know now, or it's getting a cheer. Right, Kevin says it's electric, so it's got something going for it. At least it's not polluting the elevator when you take it to work. You know what? I'm going to override your decision here. I'm going to say this is so awful that it's going to be worth a cheer out of pure sarcasm. Sorry, overruled. Here's a good one. This is a Suzuki X90, I believe. 2-seater. 4x4, or is it? No, I think it is. I think it's a 4-wheel drive. Correct me if I'm wrong. So as you can see, 2 seats, trunk at the back, T-tops on the roof. Really pointless car. Really, really awful. But not everyone hated it. Okay, so the last one was actually a proper toast. It wasn't overruled because my wife changed her mind. That was nice. I need to stop slouching. It's not good for me. Right, so we have these. David, they're all over the interwebs. They're everywhere. Easy to find. Trust me. Just type in ugly cars. Or worst cars or whatever. There's plenty, unfortunately. People spend a lot of R&D money developing cars that look like this. It's terrifying. Looks like this one's... Oh, no, Larry, no. You really need to think about this before you decide on toasting it. I'm not trying to influence your answer, but... It's a Suzuki with maybe a 1 litre engine, so it's got no power. It's really small. So, like, your average rock is just going to hit the underside of the car and beach it. It's not a proper off-roader. But hey, I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just letting you know the truth. Alright, Kevin, so they're not even reliable? That's not good. Yeah, that was the SG, I think. the Suzuki SJ that rolled over during the elk test, was it? When you kind of turn left and then quickly turn right, and if it flips, then it fails the test and everyone dies. Yeah. I guess without having so much metal up top on the roof, then this one didn't fall over, but it's still pretty nasty. So we're going to say goodbye to that one, and hopefully move on to something a bit less grotesque, but probably not. I will let you discuss this one. I have my very strong opinion on this car. Yes, Ted, it's a Trabant. Now, I'm not absolutely sure where Trabants were made. It's either Russian or Czechoslovakian, I think. It might even be Polish. It's definitely from that neck of the woods. The point was that I believe it was fiberglass body. Could be wrong. But these things were made to last, and they do last. I think they might even still be making these things. And I just think it's a really cool shape. It's a bit like the old, I think it was the Anglia that was in Harry Potter, kind of looks a bit like that, which these guys obviously stole the design from. But I just think it's a cute wee car. Oh, Larry, yeah. Imagine turning that into a drag car. That would be awesome. And I like its little angry growl that it's got going on. It's like, "Arr." I think it's cool. Anyone else like it? It's a pretty iconic car. You guys over here, North America, might never have seen one unless it was in a film. But I've seen them. I've seen them in the UK kicking about. Not many. It's not as like popular as the Lada was, but I still like them. Thank you, William. I think it's a toast. Bill says keeper. Joe's East German. Yeah, it probably is. I mean, East German was pretty much Russian, right? Because there's no such thing as East Germany anymore. Oh, this is getting a resounding toast. I'm so glad you like this. I love this wee thing, and if I ever see one appearing in Canada, I'd be sorely tempted to get it and do something crazy with it. You know, like just drive it down the street. That would be crazy enough. Oh, buttered toast. Nice. Thanks, babes. Duroplast. Are you just making that up, or is that educated? Oh, this is great. I'm really glad you like this one. Well done, Trabant. So far, you're the most popular car in the game. That's funny. Right, let's find something ugly. Here we go. What on earth is this? I would say... I'll let you guess first, but I've got a feeling I know what it is. Judging by the back end... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what make this is. Don't know the model. It looks like the hood is kind of melted in between the lights. That's mad. Right, who's guessing here? Right, so Gary is reckoning it's a Citroen. Henry reckons a Renault. Daz thinks it's a Citroen. Joe says looks French. I'm pretty sure it's French. Terry says it looks like his old Vauxhall. Wow, that was a nasty Vauxhall. Citroen sedan. He also says Citroen. I won't tell you what Kevin says it is. Ted reckons Citroen. Yeah, I think if you look at the back, it looks like the old Citroen sedans at the back. The front, I kind of recognise it, but I couldn't possibly tell you what the model is. But you know what? Citroen and Renault were making pretty ugly cars back then. I'm thinking that's a 1970s car. Late 60s, early 70s. Larry likes it, apparently. Actually, we've not discussed if it's roasted or toasted. So we've got one toast and one roast. And I've run out of coffee, so I'm moving on to the I know it looks like cider, but it's not. It's just ginger ale. Seriously, why are you toasting this? It's disgusting, but okay. Right, we have toast, roast, toast, toast, roast. Yeah, I don't know what this sag is all about. Even if they'd made it kind of come down and then go straight, rather than doing that weird... Ugh. Oh, we've got more roasts than toasts. Burn it. That's a bit severe. But yeah, I think we are going to... roast. Okay, moving on. That one was pretty ugly. Controversial one for you. Alfa Romeo. Now, we were looking for... this was maybe 5 years ago. Ailsa was looking for an alternative to a Mini Cooper. She wanted something small and sporty. We were looking at MX-5s and that kind of stuff. And she saw this on the showroom floor, or at least the forecourt of an Alfa Romeo dealer in Burlington. And it was bright white. And she says, "Oh, what about one of them?" I says, "No, they're really expensive." She says, No, they're the same size, the same price as the MX-5. I assured her they were not, but we went in and looked at it anyway. And it was approximately $130,000. So maybe about $100,000 more than an MX-5. Just a little bit more. But the question is, do you like it or do you hate it? Daz loves it. Gary deleted his message for some reason. William likes it. Kevin liked it when he first saw it. Joe likes it. Larry likes it. Okay. Not controversial at all then. Everyone likes it. Of course it's not reliable. Gary, it's an Alfa Romeo. Yeah, getting toast. Peanut butter and toast. Wheezy toast. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, Glenn? They cost a fortune when you buy them. And then you drive them to the end of the forecourt and they're worth half as much as they were 30 seconds ago. It's crazy. Personally, I think this is a gorgeous little car. It is quite small, by the way, if you've ever seen one up close. They're pretty small, but really nice proportions. Yeah. So that's getting a resounding... well deserved. Well deserved. Good stuff. Okay. I'm sure the next one will be back to the regular programming. And there we go. Okay, this is what can I say about this? I'm pretty sure this is an Aston Martin Lagonda station wagon estate, whatever you want to call it. What can I say about this? And I don't know if you notice, but Do you see the hood has got little pop-up light panels? But I don't think they're pop-up lights. I remember seeing this somewhere before. I think they are pop-up reflectors or something. They're really weird. Yeah, William. It's kind of long and pointy. It would definitely hurt if it hit you. Might just sever you right down the middle. Well, it's probably quite roomy. Terry thinks it looks fast. How can you think that looks fast sitting still? Look at that crappy little grille in the front. What's that supposed to be? It's like a miniature Cadillac grille. Oh my god, it's getting toasts. Thank you, Glenn. At least Glenn's got, taste. Gary wants to toast it. Henry wants to toast it. Joe wants to roast it before it breeds. Wow, Larry wants to toast it. Wheezy thinks it's awful and Wheezy's correct. Oh. Daz wants to toast it. They're going to be fighting tonight. Posh Volvo. I see where you're going with that. Yeah. Actually, you're right, Kevin. The sedan did look worse. Yeah. Ted reckons it's a travesty. William says roast. Oh my goodness, this is a tricky one. This might be the first tie-break situation. Hold on, I need to check the chat. Oh god, right, one roast. Roast. Travesty. Toast. Awful. Toast, yuck. Full turkey roast dinner. Okay, we are 5-4 for roasting. Yeah, okay. Sorry, you're getting roasted. Right, I think we might be moving on to the last one. I think. Yeah, this is the last one. So, it's a very specific car. This, you'll probably know what, the general car is, but this specific one is quite unique. If anyone wants to take a stab at that. Oh wow. Glenn was straight in there. 22B. Dad's got 22B. Gary knew it was a WRX, but it's actually a 22B. I let these guys in the know explain the difference between the WRX and the 22B. Wow, Ted is not a fan. Wow. That's a surprise. Henry likes it. Ailsa likes it, obviously, because we've had like 11 million of them. Well, we've had like 5. Oh, Kevin doesn't like it as the 22B. That's interesting. Larry says toast it. Ailsa prefers the 4-door. Daz likes it. Fab. I like it too. I mean, it's getting a toast, obviously. So we knew a guy in Scotland who had the 22B. It was a guy that owned the track at Daz, remind me. Daz. The guy at the drag strip up north. What was it called? I've forgotten. I can't remember the name of the track. I mean, it was an airfield that would run a very dodgy quarter-mile strip in summer in Scotland. Crail, thank you, Des. I was going mad. Anyway, the owner of this racetrack, he had the 22B, correct? I'm pretty sure it was him. And just so nice proportions. And I also think Colin McRae might have had one. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. It's one of the first cars that inspired the whole import racer thing. You know, this was one of the first ones that came over to the UK and to a lesser extent North America. And then all the RX-7s and the Skylines and the Evos and everything just started appearing in the UK. And it was pretty much because of Gran Turismo, racing game, PlayStation. And I know Daz is going to agree. A lot of cars were bought because of that game. Or a lot of Japanese cars were brought over because of that game. Billy the Pig! Billy the Pig. Yeah, the guy that owned the racetrack also owned pig farms. And his name was William, so he was called Billy the Pig. Unfortunately, he passed away recently. And by recently, I mean in the last 20 years. Recently is a relative term. And that, my friends, is the final toast in the game. And I do believe that is the end of the game. It's so sad. That is the end of the game. I'm going to sit up and stop slouching because it's bad for you. So what was I going to look up? Right, you can discuss. Yeah, it did. Including myself, we had an overdraft because we bought, or I bought a Nissan 300ZX, which my wife wasn't very happy about when she found out. Yeah, well. Right, so I was going to look up... Oh, I've forgotten what I was going to look up. Don't make me check the chat. What was I going to go and check for? We were talking about it earlier. Where are we? Someone remind me, what was I going to look up? I was going to look up a video of something. Oh well, you're not going to get to see it then. No one reminds me. Okay, I've noticed there's a few people that are not making it to my stream. Notably, Andy's doghouse. Andy's currently raising the roof in his doghouse. He has got a car hoist that is currently too high for his garage. So he is raising his roof instead of just buying, a chair to sit on to work on. That would have been my option. So I'd like to see how he's getting on with that. He's doing some videos and his doghouse if you want to go and see what he's up to. But I thought he would have been in here. He's maybe still working on it. Twizzy, sorry. Right, you carry on. I am going to look that up. Twizzy F1 on YouTube, see what there is kicking about. Also want to talk about what everyone's planning for Christmas. I.e., what are you writing on your list and sending off to Santa? I've got a massive list, and Santa's sack is certainly not big enough to carry it all. But what are you all wanting for Christmas from your loved ones? Is it tools? Is it car parts? What do you call it? A Twizzy F1? Because I've been getting stuff from you guys all year, in fact the last couple of years, so I'm not looking for stuff, I'm just wanting to know what you guys are hoping to get this year. Right, Renault Twizy F1. Wow, there's quite a few of these Twizy F1s. What is going on? You know what, I'm not going to be able to play this whole video because it'll probably get a copyright against me, but I'll try and grab a little section of it. Stick it over there. No, you guys are going to be hearing that, aren't you? Let me just find a little sneaky fast bit. Bear with me. Nah. I'll look up a better version of that and play it at a later date. Right, what was I asking about? Christmas. Parallel rear springs. Oh, he's asking for advice. Okay. Trevant. Yeah. Taper expensive. You'll probably be cheaper getting car parts, Ted. Yep, tools are always good. Oh, Larry, you still waiting? Larry, is there nothing we can make? Can we not buy some either rubber or polyurethane? I've got a lathe, remember? We can always bring it down to exactly the size you want. My lathe has also got a tapering tool if it needs to be at a slight taper. We could probably invent something. You know, maybe get those, you know, the big rubber things you get from Princess Auto. The things that I made into body mounts, could we not like machine them down a bit? What else we got? Peace through the land. Kevin, we're trying to be realistic with our gifts this year, okay? It would be nice, but not a chance. Sorry. Now, Kevin, I'm not sure if you're actually just extracting the Michael, but or are you just singing a wee song? Ah, there we go. And a Porsche 930 RS. Okay, gotcha. Boat rollers, yes, Gary, boat rollers. Ryzen 3700 CPU for PC and for nice wide screen. Oh, you're not asking for much, Glenn. Oh, also, a couple of apologies, right? I was meant to go on to Destroyer 1320's live stream on Tuesday, and I only got there in the last 30 seconds. I didn't even have time to say hello. Every Tuesday, Eric at Destroyer 1320. Anyway, every Tuesday he's doing a charity live stream. Also, I keep forgetting to, or not forgetting, but I always miss getting on BW's Garage. And he came onto my stream last week and said hello, and I didn't make it onto his. Friday night is movie night for us, you know, it's just bad timing. Ugh, that's the flat ginger ale. Ugh, yuck. Yeah, that's the fresh one. Okay. Wow, time flies. 9:25. Sorry to keep you, everyone. I think we'll probably wrap it up there. 9:20. Wow, what happened to the time? I think that's all I've got to talk about. A couple more shout outs, I suppose. Turlo's Garage, still waiting for your next big video to come out. He's been promising something epic, and it's not appeared. And that's it. So, thanks for joining me. I'll dream up something just as equally as ridiculous for next weekend. But for now, I'm gonna go. But unlike the last stream where I just switched off and it went blank before I finished talking, I've got an outro screen. So I'm going to play that so that you can still keep chatting for a little bit and not feel as if you're out there in the open or out there in the dark, shall we say. Right, take care everyone. Thank you very much. See you next week.